to all of you. So in this video we will discuss the properties of curve, because when we will draw the SFD and BMD of various loading diagram given to us, then as you know, if the loading is UDL, okay, then you get SFD as linear. These are the standard results which I have already written to you. The SFD which you will get is linear, and the BMD which you will obtain will be the second degree curve. Linear is a first degree curve or first degree, ठीक है, first degree curve, and BMD will be second degree or parabolic. Basically the equation of the bending moment diagram which you will get is the parabolic in terms of wx square by 2. Okay, now what is this? This is the equation of parabolic, na, parabolic. So now here comes the curve, hence we must have knowledge about the curve, because sometimes BMD may be in this fashion, okay, sometimes it may be like this. There are various types of bending moment diagram which we will obtain when we will proceed further while in discussion of questions. But I thought that prior to that discussion we should discuss the some properties of curve, that how do we check the increasing and decreasing curve. Okay, how do we know that this function, this particular given function is increasing function or this function is a decreasing function. Okay, now what is basically a curve is, if you were given some equation, any equation, if you were given any equation, then graphical representation of that equation or graphical plotting of that equation on a graph paper is basically a curve in terms of xy coordinate axis. Yes or not? That is basically curve. For example, let the equation concerning a shear force and bending moment at any section. It means let this be the beam, okay, and this be the any section xx, and at this section you have written sx and mx value. Okay, let these are the sx and mx value at this particular section, and it be y of x equals a equation of higher order. Okay, higher order means the order greater than 1 degree, means linear line. Okay, so the what will be the equation, form of equation? You all know it will be in form of ax cube plus bx square, order decreases, cx plus d. So okay, do you know what is a linear line? Equation of linear line, it is y equals k mx plus c. And how its plotting will be? Its plotting will be this, let this be the x coordinate axis and this be the y coordinate axis, then the c is the intercept, and from here you are getting the linear line where m is the slope of this line. Yes or not? Means what is m? Dy by dx is the slope m, and it is constant. Okay, yes or not? The slope is constant. Anywhere you will check, this slope which you are going to get is the constant value, and it is m. What does it signifies? It signifies that a linear line is a line of constant slope. This is an important result, make a note. Okay, it signifies that a linear line is a line with constant slope. Yes or not? Okay, do you know the basics that how do we measure slope? Actually what happens is, let this be the y coordinate axis and this be the x coordinate axis. Okay, so and there is any line, let this be the line. We measure slope from anti-clockwise direction from the horizontal, this. Okay, this is the slope, this is the positive slope. The theta angle which we are getting is the positive slope. anti-clockwise direction from the horizontal. Understood? Now, if you are willing to find out the slope at this particular position, what you need to do is draw y-axis and x-axis here, and from the x-axis measure slope in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, this is the clockwise direction and this is the anti-clockwise direction. So slope angle measured in anti-clockwise direction are positive angles, which we have studied during class 6th or 7th, I guess. Yes or not? So let's proceed forward. This is all about the linear lines. And where do we encounter with linear line? While the SFD, basically in SFD, while drawing SFD in case of UDL, okay, we will get the linear SFD. Means we will get the SFD in form of this form. Look, just this will be the SFD. So it is a linear line, na? So this shear force diagram is a diagram of constant slope. So these are the reason for which we are here. So this is not a big deal to understand about the linear line, linear profile. The big deal is here. Okay, the polynomial one. Sorry, not a polynomial, the higher order equation. So y equals, y is function of x. I have written ax square plus bx ax cube, sorry, plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, you may ask a question to me here also, that why I have not considered ax5, ax to the power 5 or ax to the power 4, ax to the power 8. It is because the degree, okay, the degree of curve basically in which we have our interest while drawing SFD and BMD is 2-degree curves and 3-degree curve. 2-degree curve are basically parabolic curves, and 3-degree curves are cubic, called as cubic curves. Okay, we must focus on these two types only, because we will encounter with these two types of curve only while discussing the whole SFD and BMD concerning syllabus of GATE and IES. So no need or not necessary that we must discuss the 4th power or 5th power, okay, or 6th power, higher orders. It isn't necessary. So the required one is parabolic and cubic curves. So let's stick to these two only, and don't put your mind in excess of this, because this exam contains a huge syllabus and time is low. So now, how do you find the slope? If anyone asks, find the slope of this curve at a particular section. At a particular section means find dy by dx at x equals 5 unit from origin. Then what you will do? You will find out the derivative of this particular function, which I have written here. Now if you will find the derivative of this function, what you will get? Dy by dx equals a into 2 times x square plus, sorry, 3x square plus 2bx plus c. You will get this one. Now if you will substitute x equals 5 unit, you will get a particular value of slope, and that will be the slope of the curve at x equals 5 unit. Understood? Let me simplify. So have you understood that what is slope? Basically we have to find how much it is rising on a horizontal plane. Not understood? Look, what we are intended to find out is, let this be the inclined line, okay, and this be the origin of the line, and let x equals 10 meter and y equals 5 meter. Okay, Now if someone will ask find dy by dx of this linear line, then what you will get? You will find dy over dx as 5 over 10. Okay, 5 over 10 will be the dy by dx, and it is constant as it goes with the nature of linear line. As I have said earlier also, the slope of linear lines are constant. Linear lines are the lines with constant slope. Understood what we are finding? How much is it is rising on a horizontal distance? How rise it is on a horizontal distance? We are intending to find that one while we deal with slope. So now let's stick with our one. Which one? Dy by dx for higher order curve, means second degree and third degree cubic and parabolic curves, which will appear frequently while we will solve the SFD and BMD problems. So dy by dx, what we have got there here in the example problem which I have taken, we have got 3x squared plus 2bx plus c. Okay, this was the dy by dx. Now, well, as we know, this is the slope. Now how do we check that? Okay, how do we check that the representation of this particular equation in graphical form is in increasing order or in decreasing order? Okay, how do we check that in representation of this particular equation, this is an equation now of higher order, so representation of this equation in a graphical form, it is a curve. Now I need to know that whether that curve is an increasing or decreasing one. So to check that, we must find out, or we must check that what is the value of dy by dx. If dy by dx comes to be greater than 0, means it seems to be positive. If it is positive, then we will say that curve is increasing. Okay, curve is increasing. The first point. Now the second point, if dy by dx comes to be less than 0 or it is in negative form, then we will say that curve is in decreasing function. Curve is a decreasing one. Okay, now how this increasing curve and decreasing curves look, I will show you. I will show you by drawing the pictorial representation. Curve is decreasing. Okay, is it clear? Now what is increasing and decreasing? There are different possibilities of, okay, or different fashion in which we can draw these two conditions, that is increasing curve, a decreasing curve. Okay, we can draw a increasing curve in two ways, and also we can draw a decreasing curve in two ways. Now what are those two ways? Look, first, it may possible that let this be the rectangular coordinate axis, y axis and x axis. This is the y axis and this is the x axis. So let the origin is this particular point. A curve may look like this one, another curve may look like this one. Let this be the curve number 1 and this be the curve number 2 for this particular case. Okay, now so try to understand. You all know that as we have discussed just now, that if dy by dx the slope comes to be greater than 0, it is increasing, and if slopes dy by dx comes to be less than 0, it is decreasing. Okay, it is decreasing. Now you tell me, in by making a comparison between the curve number 1 and curve number 2 which I have drawn here, that which one is a decreasing one and which one is an increasing one. Okay, which one is a decreasing one and which one is the increasing one? From this particular diagram, okay, from this particular diagram we can easily say that there is the both curves which I have drawn are of increasing type. Both are increasing now. It is starting from origin and increasing. Look, yes or not? And this particular curve also, it is starting from origin and increasing. It is also increasing, but the curvature are different. Means it is clear that dy by dx for both the curve is greater than 0 because both are of increasing function. Then why the curvature are different? Okay, now how to justify the curvature? One have this particular one have a convex curvature and this particular curve have a concave curvature. So how do we identify or how do we check that when the curve with increasing and it will be concave or convex? How do we identify that? This concept will be proved to be very basic concept while we will draw the SFD and BMD. Okay, for complex loading system, because there will come various curves. Now you will get confused while connecting that particular curve at the support point, whether the slope at support will be 0 or it will bear some particular slope value. How to check that? And what will be the shape of the bending moment diagram or the curve fashion? Does it will be a concave or convex? So how to check all those things? For those, this video to enable you a clear mind while drawing that particular curve of bending moment diagram or SFD. I am here to discuss the curve theory. Well, so up to this it is clear that both the curve are of increasing function. Now we need to identify that why it is one is convex and why another one is a concave. So the convex and concave, what these two words are? These two words represent the curvature. Curvature. And do you know what is the equation of curvature? It is a second order. Okay. Second degree derivative is the curvature. What is second degree derivative? It seems to be d2y. Now calculate, after you have calculated dy by dx and you have said if it is greater than 0 then the curve is of increasing order. Yes or not? You have said this. Now find the second order derivative of the slope equation. Then if the second order derivative of slope equation is comes to be greater than 0, means positive, then it will be concave. The curvature will be concave. Concave up means this one. Okay, this particular curve, it will be this particular curve, concave up. Understood? Concave up. Now if the curvature d2y over dx2 comes to be less than 0, it will be convex down. Oh, sorry, it will be concave down. We will say it will be concave down, means this particular curve. Okay. So now we can make a clear justification that the curve number 1 and this is the curve number 2. This is concave down or convex. This is concave up or simply concave. So since both are increasing, hence slope dy by dx must be greater than 0 in both cases. Now for concave up condition we have arrived at a result that it must be this curvature d2y over dx2, it must be greater than 0, and for concave down condition or convex profile the curvature d2y over dx2 must be less than 0. Is it clear now? It will help. Okay, it will help us definitely while solving the SFD and bending moment questions and drawing the diagram. Now the second possibility is the decreasing one. Now what I have said, that increasing function can have two possibilities as I have shown here, yes or not. Now similarly the decreasing curve may be of two types. For example, let this be the origin. Okay, now let this particular point be the origin. Now one curve you may draw in this particular fashion and second one you can draw in this particular fashion. Let this be the curve number 1 and this be the curve number 2. Now you all can tell me simply that since both the curve are decreasing, hence the first derivative or dy by dx, which is the slope equation, must be less than 0 in both cases. Okay, dy by dx must be less than 0 in both cases. And look, this is a concave down case, yes or not. This case is a concave down case. Now in case of concave down condition, okay, or convex profile, what we have the curvature is less than 0. So what will be the curvature in this particular condition? The curvature for this equation will be, must be, when you will check the curvature, it must comes to be less than 0. dx2 must be less than 0. Okay, and in this concave up case the curvature d2y over dx2 will must be greater than 0. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I guess we have cleared the now we have a clear understanding on the concept of curve. So this concept is a very important concept because these are the basics which tend us to make mistakes, and due to these silly mistakes our marks are deducted in exam, because they ask in when you will solve the questions from gate, they will give you the loading diagram and a complex loading diagram. They will give you a triangular load, okay, or a parabolic load, and they will ask you that what will be the approximate bending moment diagram, and no data will be given, no any other data will be given, just they will give 4 diagrams and you have to choose one of them. Then how do we select that one? Okay, using this particular concept. Okay, the the concept of increasing and decreasing curve and curvature. So how do we apply this particular concept? For applying this particular concept, we have two equations. As I have derived in the initial videos, the equations, two equations, I have derived two basic equations. The first equation which I have derived, that I have said slope of shear force diagram must be minus W is equals minus W. Here the negative term signifies nothing but it says that the loading on the member which I have considered is acting in a downward direction. Okay, now, and what loading this was? This was the UDL, uniformly distributed load. Okay, remember this particular point. If there is a point load, then this equation is not applicable, because this equation is derived concerning the uniformly distributed load on a beam. Okay, now the second equation which we have derived, that slope of bending moment diagram dm over dx is what? Shear force at a particular section. Okay, means let's suppose this is a bending moment diagram, and at this particular section if you are calculating the dm by dx, okay, it will give you this shear force the value of shear force at this particular section. Okay, so using this two concept, it will be easier to us to draw the bending moment diagrams and shear force diagrams. Okay, and make an analysis based on the concept which I have discussed right now, the curve tracing concept, or the curve, yes, you can say the curve tracing concept for SFD and PMD. Well, with this I will end here, and from next video lectures we will seriously discuss the SFD and BMD questions, and from next I will prepare the longer videos. I will try to prepare longer videos. I will try to cover 3 to 4 questions in a particular video. Okay, now one more thing, always you must note that if, make a note here, if loading is point load, okay, point load, it seems to be this particular loading, then SFD will be rectangular, these are the objective, and BMD will be linear. Okay, now if you will increase the degree of load means second type of load, the uniformly distributed loading condition. For uniformly distributed loading condition, SFD, the shear force diagram which you will get will be linear. Now bending moment diagram which you are going to get in, or which you will get while solving the question, will be parabolic or second degree equations. Okay, parabolic. Now if you increased further the loading degree, let's suppose the loading is now triangular. Okay, triangular loading. Now in this case you will get the shear force diagram as parabolic second degree, and this particular loading is called as uniformly varying load, UVL loading condition, and the bending moment diagram will be cubic. Okay, now let loading be the parabolic loading. Parabolic loading. So in this case the SFD which you are going to get is what? Will be cubic, and BMD will be of higher order, or what? 4 degree curve. This is a relation between loading diagram, SFD and BMD. Okay, how the degree fluctuates. Now one more basic thing, just a minute, I have skipped in my mind that what I need to discuss. Got it. Now in upcoming videos what we will do is, first we will draw SFD and BMD. Okay, some students have posted me the questions in my WhatsApp number. Okay, I will try to solve those questions. I will explain those are the good questions. Okay, there are silly doubts, silly mistake. Okay, the questions in which you can make silly mistakes, I have such questions from my YouTube followers. Thank you for these questions. I will discuss those questions in the upcoming videos. And the second most important point, our first approach is to draw SFD and BMD for loading diagram. Okay, for loading diagram. Then what we will do is, we will try to draw the loading diagram, or we will try to plot or predict the loading diagram from a SFD, shear force diagram, or a bending moment diagram. Okay, loading diagram from SFD, okay, or bending moment diagram given, or only bending moment diagram given, and we will try to draw this shear force diagram and loading diagram. Okay, these all will be the variations of question type, standard question type or question variation. Then we will discuss shear force and bending moment diagram for a arch. Okay, means determinate arch. I'm not talking about indeterminate arch, determinate arch, because yet we have not studied the compatibility conditions. When we will study the compatibility condition, after then we will solving the indeterminate beams also or indeterminate structural unit also. But for now, by using equilibrium equation, we need to solve the determinate structural unit only. One more thing, a very important point, make a note that bending moment and shear force diagram is always drawn, is always for a static structural unit. Okay, or a structural unit which is in static equilibrium condition. Okay, so for those type of structural unit we can plot the bending moment and SFD. Suppose if the structural unit is unstable, for example, someone has posted me a question that let this be the UDL on a beam, and here we provide a hinge support. So you all know a hinge support, okay, bears two reaction. It will be R and a horizontal reaction. So is there are three reactions available? No. So you all can say that this particular structural unit is unstable. Okay, unstable externally because the reactions are deficient. Okay, one reaction is less than the number of equilibrium equation available to us. So this particular structural unit is unstable. So for this kind of structural unit you cannot draw the SFD or bending moment diagram. It is other thing that influence line diagram is possible. You can draw influence line diagram, but bending moment and SFD is not possible. So this objective has been asked several times, and this is a good interview question, that can we draw bending moment and SFD diagram for unstable structure. Unstable structure here in means the structural members should be rotationally stable, linearly stable, or stable in all sense, externally stable. Okay, is in static equilibrium condition always. It must maintain static equilibrium condition. Then only we will be able to plot the SFD and bending moment diagram. One more thing, what is SFD and bending moment diagram? These are the reactions. Okay, reactions. Well, thank you for now. Try to understand what I have said. Good luck.